Hi, my name is Fred Pilon, and I'm presenting my final project for ECE528. My project is titled Embedded System with Machine Learning for Black-tailed Prairie Dog Warning Call Detection and Data Collection in the Field with Voice Recognition Control. It's a bit of a mouthful, but it looks great on the final paper. I wanted to craft a device to detect and classify black-tailed prairie dogs' warning barks while in the field. Here, I'm showing some possible vocalization sources on the left, along with two possible sources of prairie dog warning barks on the right. The red boxes indicate a vocalization was acquired, but it did not belong to the desired class. The green box shows the target prairie dog's vocalization correctly identified. Plus, since I live on a farm in Berthoud, Colorado, we have a rich source of the desired class in question. The first challenge for this project was data. By that, I mean, how would I go about training my machine learning model to detect prairie dogs? Thankfully, Dr. Graham Shannon at Bangor University in Wales shared a wealth of prairie dog warning calls with me from a paper he co-authored with researchers here at CSU. The data is conveniently labeled by location of the subject's colony, so that is what formed my classes. You can see here a snippet of a prairie dog warning call in the time and time frequency domains. This spectrogram is used to both train a 2D convolutional neural network and also to run inference in the field. Since I desired a low-power solution for field work, I wanted to eliminate a display and use voice recognition with audio feedback for I/O. Then, beyond making my machine, the questions remained as to whether or not I could train a model to distinguish the subtle differences in geography as the source of class at my home. First, I trained a 2D convolutional neural network I had adapted from example resource material and achieved 96% accuracy. I've shown the loss and accuracy curves for the 30 epochs I used to train the model. The curves aren't as well behaved as I had hoped, but I was satisfied with the final accuracy of the model, so I used that model. In hindsight, this may be a potential error source during inference that I discuss later. Then, I trained a copy of the same model for voice recognition, also achieving 96% accuracy. I've shown the confusion matrix here, and it depicts excellent performance as expected from the accuracy achieved. I call the combination of hardware and software for my system the Convolutional Ontological Network, or CON. The hardware consists of a Raspberry Pi 4 Model B, a 30 amp hour battery pack, a USB accelerator which has a TPU or tensor processing unit on board, a Blue Yeti USB microphone, and USB speakers. The controlling software for CON consists of a simple state machine written in Python running in the Raspberry Pi's Linux distro. The state machine starts on boot up using the cron table, and the first state is the voice recognition portion of CON asking for command input. Once the command to record is given, the state machine cedes control to the recording portion of the software. This state awaits for audio and then performs inference. As long as prairie dog warning calls are detected, the audio samples are saved to hard memory in an endless loop. Otherwise, control returns to the voice recognition and control state. Now that I have a trained model, I converted that model to a TensorFlow Lite model to be run on CON in the field. I collected and saved a dataset using the 3-class model I had trained using the state machine shown in the previous slide. CON successfully inferred that the local prairie dogs were black-tailed prairie dogs and assigned each call to one of the 3 existing classes. Then I retrained the model using this new dataset as a class representing the local prairie dog calls. As a second experiment, I then ventured out into the field with CON again and again collected prairie dog bark samples. This time it did indeed classify many of the new recordings as belonging to the new class at a rate of 63%. Not as accurate as the training data indicated, but enough to declare success. There are many avenues to explore as to the sources of the discrepancies, such as ambient noise, ambient weather. By the way, the original training data did include weather information, and on, if time permitted, to satisfy my curiosity. For the broader impact of this project, I can envision developing a standalone field researcher. You'd have the computer, add solar power, add a microphone array and a steerable camera that you could use to target individual animals, add a weather station to record those conditions. You could potentially eliminate the need for researchers huddled in a blind collecting data by hand. In conclusion, I wanted to add that I enjoyed this class and making this project immensely. Thanks for listening.